March 5th, 2025. Durango Dank here, aka City and County of Denver, all videos, images, news, websites. When you understand generative AI and that I've been indexing the entire government, certain judges that I've dealt with, and I've indexed them all so that we can get to the theory of mind, if you will, empathy. And when you understand the way these folks work, it's all about party over people. They gave all this money to all these people that were illegal. Denver voters voted so that illegals can arrest legal citizens, just so they could tell the world this is what they did. And they destroyed their foundation. It just hasn't collapsed around them yet. It will. It's coming. And it's sad because they could have fixed it all. So when you think about the city and county of Denver, they're known as the city and county of Denver. But what they've done is they've manipulated everything city, everything county, so that everything shows up as just them. And you have to go through them to open a business. You've got to go through them to do anything so that they can go and steal all the ideas and then give it to other people that will make them more powerful and you less powerful, which they can't do anymore. And one of the case in points, here's cityandcountyofdenver.net. They just did this one, the City and County of Denver government profile for the City and County of Denver. All of these followers that are on there, they're now indexed to find out if they're friends or foes. Are they for the citizens and the well-being for a city beautiful, or are they a bunch of corrupt? That's it. And there's City and County of Denver, U.S. This is one thing. Learn with the City and County of Denver. It's not the City and County of Denver. When they did this, folks, okay, came from some coin people in Florida, and they made up this. It's what we needed. We have to have people's actions to be able to substantiate our actions. Here's City and County of Denver LLC, which is a for-profit that might turn into a nonprofit, just depending on where we go with it. But I won't be running it. I'm not smart enough to run that stuff. When I say that, I mean I have other things in my life. And when I say I'm not smart enough, is it takes a lot of intelligence and the wherewithal and the right meta tags. And so I'm just a developer. I just build things based off generative AI, artificial intelligence, whatever you want to call it, to protect the citizens of Denver based off the Spear Amendment. And most people, when you see him, like, Giovanni ran for mayor, and he as a write-in candidate. See, the write-in candidate was the emergency parachute. But Denver has been so suppressed, so manipulated by Charlie Brown, the old. I've been doing this for almost 20 years. And all of my stuff is experience. If I didn't have these experiences, I wouldn't have the authority to be able to build this kind of stuff. And that's what's beautiful for young people to realize what their future is, if they make it to 65 years old. And here's the kicker right here. On February 6, 2023, courtroom 414, presiding judge Andrew Luxon concurred with Denver Assistant City Attorney Michelle Horn, who's now a senior city attorney. And that, because in court, I couldn't find any judges, and I contacted, any attorney to represent me during my election process. So what I did was, I knew this. They didn't, because they're attorneys. They think they're the smartest guys in the room. And when you're the smartest guy in the room, you're in the wrong room. As far as growth, within a group of people to make the best of everything in regards to what I call the Spear Amendment. And when I ran, it was non-political, but I ran as nonpartisan because I think they couldn't even get the nonpartisan right, and they definitely wouldn't be able to swallow the non-political. And so Michelle Horn, when I asked about the Spear Amendment, which was from Honorable Mayor Robert W. Spear, which Spear Boulevard, they Michelle Horn came out and said that we haven't enforced that law in years. So for 62 years, Denver's been under a government rule that ignored a law that would allow us to prosper as a city beautiful. Instead, we're decay, we're crisis. We have an attorney, mayor, that has an oath that he took to be an attorney to follow the Constitution, both United States and Colorado. And when you think about our governor, $1.2 billion deficit, Denver's deficits, look at what their gross domestic product on what they develop. And all the Metro, Dr. Cog, and all their bullshit identifiers, I indexed them all, folks. Because we needed this. We have to have truth so that our children, our great-grandchildren, I have a grandson now, but our great-grandchildren will be able to look back and realize who the real warriors were, who the people that stood up against tyranny, however you want to say it. I'm not the smartest guy in the room, folks, but I know enough with generative AI to tell people what's coming in the future. And Andrew Luxon needs to be removed from the bench. Andrew Luxon needs to have every one of his cases thrown out, or at least examined. Same with Elizabeth Lay, same as Magistrate Karen Hubler. I wrote a song called Denver Magistrate Hubler that explains the whole, I wrote a song, Denver Family Services, Denver Human Services, suicide, because what they do to people, weak people would kill themselves. Taking fathers out of families, that's what they do to justify their budgets, folks. They've been destroying Denver for 62 fucking years. They've taken fathers out of families. They don't, prisoners that go to jail, inmates that go to jail, who have obligations and families and things they have to pay, they don't give a fuck. They want those families to go broke. They want their children to become disarray and become nipple feeders off the titty of the city and county of Denver's garbage pail kids. It's sad, but it's true. And Mayor Mike Johnston, his career's over. Denver's going to drop like a lead balloon, folks. And it's sad because they all had their chance. And then now what happens is the more they talk, like when they did this, learn with the city and county of Denver, see, they're using the @ sign and all this crap because that's not the city and county of Denver. They're the city and county of Denver. So they've created their own quagmire by trying to manipulate all the titles so they can have full control over the whole entire system. And now, a broken system, a corrupt system. The he and all these I can't even, I get upset because I've watched them for 18 years. I tagged all the players, watching all the ex-city officials that were elected now get jobs within the city, and they're all getting paid $150,000 plus their $94,000. Michael Hancock, our mayor, we can do algorithms to show you that Michael Hancock, okay, the C-suites executive, has destroyed Denver's path to a future. And yet he's getting $294,000 for the rest of his life. So he doesn't need to work. He's already got all that dough. He can go around telling everybody he's the king gorilla of the zoo, man. But that's not the way it is. And no, king gorilla is not a racial slur, so all you people, pull that out of your ass. This is the stuff they use to try to put it against you, and it doesn't work anymore. And we can all thank Andrew Luxon, and we can thank me for having the courage to take these people to court. So why everybody laughs that I was a write-in candidate, they don't understand the full picture. I indexed them. I didn't have any authority if I didn't have a high-level connection within whatever the title is. And so when you run for office, you outdate and authorize anybody that's trying to talk about things in Denver. And when you think about the city and county of Denver and the way they manipulate it, I have a letter that they sent me, the city attorney's office, trying to, use Michael Hancock in the elections to derail me. And everybody's seen that letter and they're just blown away. Lawyers. And then when I contacted lawyers to try to get to the bottom of it, and they ignored me because they thought they were smarter than me because they're the smartest guy in the rooms, remember? And in fact, this right here, because this isn't the city and county of Denver. And so when they write this, what that did is it brought up all these other websites because we're the citizens. And I created this right here so that the citizens of Denver will be able to take control of their streets, their businesses. For me, I don't mind that the city and county of Denver is, and this is what I would do, comes up on the #1 search for the city and county of Denver. But what they failed to do is to let the businesses have the city and county of Denver. All this money they're spending, they like to brag. He's going to do, mayor's going to do Vibrant Denver bond to fix our streets and our sidewalks. You know how long we've been hearing that? That's what our marijuana money was supposed to do. That's what Tabor was supposed to do. That's what and we never get anything fixed. That's because they're robbing Peter to pay Paul. Actually, they're robbing the citizens to pay themselves.